Hello, everybody. Just want to jump on here and make a quick video explaining how the NFL football squares work as it pertains to the Sunday Night Football squares or the Super Bowl squares that I'll be running in the future. We kicked off the Sunday Night Football squares in the 2024 NFL season, and it was a hit. We moved that on to a Super Bowl squares where winners were received pistols and long guns. It's back by popular demand, and I wanted to make a quick video explaining because last year when I made the first Sunday Night Football squares, I was kind of unaware that most people didn't know how NFL squares worked, so I had to make a video and for that season. So I'm going to make one this season as well. So this will just be a breakdown of how it works, and then what I would say is I'm going to use this video like every season. So just jump on TommyGunnCustoms.com, check the waffle page, and see what each prizes are and what the entry fee is for that season. But basically, first things first, the NFL squares, you do not have to have any knowledge of NFL. You don't have to be a fan of the NFL. You actually don't even have to watch in order to win. This is just a super random way to pick winners, but it does make it very exciting if you do watch the games or if you are into NFL. It's a super cool way to kind of randomize the winners. So, like in 2024, what we did was we had 100 entries, so 100 squares total are on the board. They were each $280, and you had 18 weeks. So each week there'd be a new score. There'd be a new winner based off the score of that week's Sunday Night Football game. So like I said, this is just a quick video for that. When you get your entry for the Sunday Night Football squares, you'll pay your fee, and then I'll contact you to decide for you to pick which square you'd like to have on the board. There's absolutely no strategy when picking your NFL square on the board. It's just what your fixed position will be on the board throughout the season. So as you can see here, I'm going to draw a little square here. This is 100 squares. All right, 10 by 10. And you can choose whatever square you want depending on where you want to be located on the board, and it is first come first serve. Again, there's no strategy. You can be wherever you want, and each week will be a completely different score based off of these numbers. So here in the gray, these will be the score digits. They will be numbers 0 through 9 in a random order. They will be selected randomly through a wheel of names. And they will be new. There will be new numbers that will be selected each week, and that will correlate to whatever week. So, whatever week the games are running. So, yeah. So let me see if I'm making sure. Just want to make sure I want to explain this correctly. But yeah, there's no order. Completely random, and most likely will not repeat because I will be doing a wheel of names to have these gray boxes filled. So there's two teams. Home team will always have the top side of the board, and the visiting team will have the bottom side of the board. And to decide who the winner is, you'll go off the last digits of the final score. So let's say, for example, the team or the teams that were playing in the Sunday Night Football in Week 1 were the Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Buffalo Bills would be the visiting team on the left side of the board here, and the Kansas City Chiefs would be here at the top. All right, we would have pre-selected numbers prior to that game, 0 through 9, and they will be inputted into these squares in order here at random on a wheel of names, very similar to how I do the waffles every week. All right, and then we'll go down through the visiting team and fill out these squares right here, right here, right here. Now, the winner, let's say you had your square here, you'd be hoping that this digit and this digit would match up to your location on the board. All right, then that would decide that would basically pick that you were the winner for that week. And how these numbers are decided is, like, let's say that Bills Chiefs game, the final score was 20 Bills, 17 Chiefs. So you'd go to the 0 on the Bills side, the visiting team, and you'd check for the 0. So let's say the 0 was here. And let's say, what do we say, 14 or 17, you'd look for that 4, and you'd find it on the board here, and then you'd, of course, find down and correlate whoever that person was, and they were the winner for that week. All right. repeat winners. So let's say week 1 you're the winner, and it jumps to week 2. Again, your position on the board doesn't change, but these numbers are going to change up. They will be randomly selected each week before the game, and let's say just so happens that those numbers fall directly on you on the board again, you get to win again. So there's 18 weeks, 18 winners, 18 different guns. That's for the Sunday Night Football. And then for the Super Bowl last year, we had the scores at the end of the first quarter, half, third quarter, and then final score. And then we also did a reverse final score. So, yeah, it's all just based off, completely random, based off of these digits here, and the deciding factor is the game itself. So if, again, you don't have to follow NFL, you don't have to be into the games, you don't even have to watch, completely random, but if you do like watching NFL, it just kind of spices up that game for you, because if you're following along, you're hoping that score kind of lands on where you are on the board. Every week, I will email out a copy of the board to the players, so if you do want to follow along, you do not have to follow along with the random score digit selections, but I will do those live just like I do with the Waffles, and I'll also pass out that link to all the players, all 100 of the players, via email, so that way you can see there's no cheating involved, that I did, in fact, do these numbers completely random. And then I'll, of course, fill out or send out the copy of the board so you can see what numbers you're correlated with. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. If I did a shitty job at it, please feel free to search another video on YouTube. This year, we're doing the 2025 Sunday Night Football squares. That's going to be kicked off today, which is July 20th, 2025. If you're watching this in future years, check the Tommy Gun Customs page to see what I have in store. But this year, in the 2025 season, there's 100 entries at $300 a piece. There are 18 winners, 18 weeks, 18 different guns. You can win multiple times. I have over $28,000 worth of firearms up for grabs. For $300, it's pretty good. It ends up being like $17 a week. So it's a pretty cool opportunity to win guns. Most of the guns are worth over $1,000 a piece. I think there's a few in there that are just under $1,000 a piece, but I do have some that are worth like almost $2,000 and $3,000 a piece. So check the Tommy Gun Customs page to see what prizes we have going. And like I said, just a great opportunity to play, be locked in for the whole entire NFL season. It's kind of one of those ones for the long haul, and hopefully get you some wins. All right, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Tommy at TommyGunCustoms.com. And hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. Have a good day.